You're watching ABC 36, Good Day Kentucky, with Doug and Lisa High and meteorologist Dylan Godet.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Fairy Tales Pet Adoptions from Winchester. Back with us this week to tell us about their mission to help animals in Central Kentucky and how people like you in the region can support them.
And here to tell us all about it is foster mom and volunteer Crystal Scearce, and we have Kassie as well. And Kassie is such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Welcome back.
A little timid. Thank you guys. Thank you for having us as always.
She's a little timid, but she is a sweetheart. She really is.
She really is a sweet little girl.
So tell us about Kassie and how did you become, a foster mom for her?
Kassie was an owner surrender. I'm not exactly sure what the owners needed to give her up for, but they contacted us, asked if we could take her in. We found a foster for her. Not me this time. Somebody else is fostering her, but she's about 2 years old. She's a blue heeler. Not sure if she's a full-blooded one or if she's a mix. And she's about 30 pounds. Things we know about her: she's good with male dogs, cats, kids, not so much with female dogs, and not so much with livestock, apparently.
Okay. All right.
Which could be a reason why the owner gave her up.
Interesting. You can see the blue heeler coloring in her coat there. She's beautiful.
She is. She's very timid.
She's a sweet girl.
Yeah, she's really sweet. Just a little bit shy when you first get to know her, but then once you get around her for a minute, she warms up.
So let's talk about the adoption process for someone out there that might be watching right now thinking, she looks like she'd be a good fit for us. How do, I know you just don't throw these dogs at any person that walks through the door. There is a process
There is a process. You have to get approved. We have applications for all of the dogs, and if you're interested in one of ours, like Kassie or any of the other ones that we have, you would fill out the application, send that to us. We would go through it, review it. We do check your references and your vet visits and all that. So, we're looking to make sure that that's all up to date. And then based on the dog's temperament, we want to make sure that they've got a fenced yard if they need it, or if it's a dog that needs activity, we want to make sure that we've got someone that's willing to work with them. So we look at all of that information, decide if we feel like the dog is the best fit for you. And if it is, then we have you come in for a meet and greet. And if everything works out, you guys get along well, then you can take the dog home.
Well, the owner surrender is always sad.
It is.
But I think it's their loss in this case, because Kassie really is a sweetheart. She's going to be a great addition to a family out there.
Yeah, for sure.
So we also know that you take dogs that have health issues too. So let's talk about that and what that takes in order to help those dogs as well.
We have a couple right now that have heart murmurs. One we're pretty sure is going to require a surgery. There's also a second one that we think is going to require their surgery as well. And these things get really costly, but we're not a facility that euthanizes dogs. We try to correct all of their health issues before we send them out to their forever homes. But in this case, we've got several that do have some issues. We've had a lot of large vet bills come up lately, and we are going to be doing a lot of fundraising coming up. So please be on the lookout for that. We need donations and we need supplies, but a lot of funding goes into keeping all these dogs healthy and getting them to their forever home.
Well, and the good news here is that your fundraising is always fun. It's always community involved, and it's always really, really creative. So
we don't have any events.
We look forward to supporting.
And we appreciate your support. We don't have any events coming up that I know of yet, but we do have quite a few fundraisers that are ongoing. We always have our merchandise in the shop. We've got t-shirts that represent a lot of our puppies. We also we have these, so if you're a flower person, we've got these little flower vases.
Oh, I love it.
Several different kinds of these that you can come in and purchase. We've got dog treats. We've got just a lot of different things in the shop that you can do or can purchase to help with the funding. And then we have a lot of online fundraisers and events that will go toward the cost. So just being on the lookout and looking for those events, would be a good way to support us.
Yes, absolutely. And you're always looking for volunteers too to help, correct?
Yes, we're in desperate need of fosters. We've had a lot of people reach out to us wanting us to take in some of their animals, and we can't do it if we don't have people that are willing to open up their homes temporarily to let the dogs come in until they can get adopted. So Fosters are always needed. We need volunteers for our events. So there's lots of different ways that you can contribute to what we need.
Okay.
Very good.
And where do people need to go to find out more information?
Best information you can find is on Facebook. We have a Fairy Tales Pet Adoptions Facebook page. It's got all of the information about our adoptable dogs, all of our events, and everything that you would need to know about us.
We want to get some meet and greets set up for this young lady right here.
Yeah,
is
she's
wonderful.
precious. Somebody
She
please come
really
get this baby
is.
girl.
Yes.
It'll be a great addition to a family.
I
We
know.
Well,
Crystal, thank you.
yeah, thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for being, you've got a cape basically waiting for you in the fostering department.
One of these days. But no, I
goodness.
love the dogs, and it gives me a lot of pleasure. So I'm very happy to help out.
We appreciate
good.
you. We're back after this, folks. Stick around.